Do you have anything that you want to say about tonight?
Yeah, Many D is great DJ. Well, no, sorry, the club. Future is has a good sound, but the problem is it's too hot because it's very packed. But it's also cool that it's hot actually, because the floor is wet and I can do my dance move. And,
I saw fans, but they were not turned on, and I don't know what level it needs to be inside for them to turn on the fans, or if they even work.
It's just Monday.
What does that have to do with the fans? Welcome to my new series of where I review different clubs and party throwers in Paris. This time we're talking about Future, which is pretty popular, and I don't know why it's taking me so long to go to this club. I've been invited so many times and there's always just like, oh, there's something else or whatever, but I finally went, and I went because I thought that there was going to be a special performance by FKA Twigs as advertised on the Shotgun app, which is where you can find like a lot of parties and everything going on. They listed her as the main artist. The entire description was just FKA Twigs in her performance, and I go there and it was just a regular club night, so I'm a little upset about that. But as far as for the club, the sound system's great. The one thing that I didn't appreciate was that there's actually a lot of things that I didn't appreciate, but we're just going to stick to like the main thing, which is a problem that I see in a lot of Paris clubs, is that there's just a lack of space. So when you first walk in, you can either go left or right. Left is like for the bar, the restroom, like smoking area, all of these things. And then to the right is just like a corridor that wraps around like a U shape. And then at the end of the U is the stage and like the main thing that you're there to see, right? And it leaves a lack of airflow or just flow of people in general, because whenever I was there, because everyone was trying to like get up close and see the DJs and all of these things, it was like there was no way for things to move easily. It was just like getting crammed and involved a lot of shoving. And it also helped me get this realization, because I have a lot of revelations on the dance floor as I'm moving my body. Thoughts just come to me, you know, and I'm like, why are the French shoving so much? Because, you know, people say French people are rude and all of these things, and I think it's like a difference of culture, because for some reason here in Paris, people are constantly shoving. And I think it has something to do with the fact that there are so many situations where there is not enough space for people. So instead of taking the time to use words, because French uses so many words to get a simple point across, they just use their body. Like, that makes the most sense to me. And even like whenever you're, say you're stuck on the metro and you're trying to get out, a lot of times you can just push and then say pardon after. I'm not saying that's what I do, but that is very normal. Or just walking on the street, like, it's like you do it first, then you ask for forgiveness. And sometimes you don't even ask for forgiveness, but if you bring it up, then they'll be like, oh, so sorry. Like, and they're genuinely sorry, but it is their way of just push first, ask later. And another revelation that I had, and I'm sorry, this is supposed to be about this specific club at Future, but I had this revelation there, so it kind of ties in, is that people here like to point when they're talking about someone. And I've learned as an American, like, you don't point, that's rude, because then you're telling people that you're talking about them, right? You would just describe where they are, what they look like, so that the other person that you're talking to knows who you're talking about. But I just, maybe it's not all French people. Maybe it's the people I hang out with. Or maybe they're just lazy and don't feel like taking the time to describe what they're talking about, but they will literally just point. And when they talk with their hands, they're just like, I don't know. I think it's I just think it's like a difference in culture thing. The security though, they were fine. They didn't search me like at all. I took a bag out of my pocket. They didn't even care to look inside, so I thought that was really nice. The coat check line was extremely long, but went really fast. Like, I really had no complaints about it. The only thing is that I went on a Monday night and it was not that busy. And my husband says that he kind of hates this club because they don't because they don't set a limit on how many people can go inside. So sometimes it can get really, really packed in that small like U-shaped that I was telling you about, like in the corner. But it's cool. Like I like the lights. Definitely need sunglasses there as well. It wasn't as intense as like whenever I went to Noct, but you need something. It'll just make you a more pleasurable experience. I can't tell you what the prices are like. Sorry. Normally I would tell you, but I didn't go near it. All I knew is that my husband was able to give me a cup and then get me water from the bathroom. And so I just used that service all night. And even though FKA Twigs didn't show up, I was so happy to get to see Manny D for the first time. I actually had no idea who this person was, even though they've been around for a really long time. Great set. Great set. And then the girl before, she was okay. I think it was Carol 3000. Like, pretty famous. I think someone told me that. I don't know. I didn't search. I'll look it up. But she was fine. It was really Manny D that got me going. And then there was other people after, but because of the whole FKA Twigs only showing up for 10 minutes and then leaving. I was like, well, I'm gonna go home. It's 3 a.m. on a Monday night. I'm gonna go home. And I may never come back to this club because who put this description on the event and lied? Just straight up lied. And whenever I was searching for FKA Twigs' story on Instagram, because I was like, where is she? Why is she not here? She was at another event that fits the description perfectly. So I don't know if it's the club to blame, I don't know if it's her people, but someone decided to put her name as the headliner for her to show up for 10 minutes and fake sing for 2 songs and announce her new album. And I just put a bad taste in my mouth for this club, but it's centrally located and it's on the canal, which is a nice view at the end.